Hello. So, I wanted to talk about things that the African American culture considered taboo. Um, if you think about it, it has much to do within America. It's rooted within our slavery roots and our detachment or our need to connect within our African roots. But why is certain things that the dominant ideology or the majority society consider normal and okay, the African American society considers taboo? So, for example, let's take for example probably one of the more stellar, more predominant things we would consider psychotherapy. Again, I am. If you've watched my videos, you know that I'm a therapist. I've been trained to do that. I've been doing it for many years. I've decided to change it and go to medical school. But as a therapist, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't see you able to get that perspective. I mean, an outside perspective. It's because what is it wrong to discuss how you feel and what you think? And it's just I find that very interesting or very I won't say counterproductive. It's more destructive and more dangerous than we wanted to realize. Development is continuous. We are always developing. So it is natural to assume that sometimes our perspective becomes skewed. So we need an outside voice. We need a voice of reason, a voice of listening, and one that is not related, not a friend. We need someone that does not know us to better help us understand that. I mean, that's just my perspective. I could be absolutely wrong, but that's just my perspective. Um, More importantly, why is that the you have to something be wrong with you if you're not mentally fit? I mean, as it goes back to our insecurities about the white man perceiving us as less intelligent or phrenology, that flawed joke of science. But again, psychotherapy is important. It's funny we scoff at psychotherapy, but most drugs that we are addicted to, they are due to psychotherapy. Except certain things such as naturally oxycontin, painkillers, cocaine derivatives, or something like. But I mean, that was just something that I was thinking about. I think I've talked about this. I've been going into great detail, but it goes against certain concepts within that are rooted within the African American people. Um, a strong tie to religion is one, and having a strong tie to religion. Psychotherapy, again, it just doesn't seem natural or fit. Um, for the record, yes, I do believe in God. I just would like to say that I'm not an atheist, but I don't believe in organized religion. I'm agnostic. I'm going to admit that right there. If you don't know what that word is, go look it. No, but in as a joke. But in all seriousness, it's the belief in a God or belief in a deity, a belief in a supreme being. Because if you think about it within context, humans are just too complex of a machine. It's just natural evolution and spontaneous events. It's just I can't believe that. It's it has to be somebody's plan. It has to be some supreme force's plan. But on the other hand, do I believe in a book that was written a thousand or a collection of stories that are written 1,000 years after these events took place? I'm skeptical of that. I'm skeptical of organized religion. I'm skeptical of a man up there preaching to me and in the same breath have his hand out wanting something. That's my belief. It's mine. I don't detach, criticize, or ridicule anyone for doing it. But yet, there are some people within organized religion who are 1,000 times more critical than me, yet they are following God's plan. Again, that's another thing within the African American community that we consider taboo: the questioning of religion. Like if you're African American, okay, you have to believe in a God. You have to not believe in God, but you have to go to church. You have to do this. It doesn't make sense to me, or it doesn't compute right. It just doesn't gel with mesh with me. Um, but certain things just we consider taboo. Is it our defiance of the majority? Is it our defiance of the dominant ideology? Or are we so in such a need to not fit in with the with the main culture that we rebuke it? That we have these things that we know that they, you know what, we deep down understand that yes, they can be useful, but we won't do them because of our need to defy. I mean, could it go back to our again slavery roots, which is okay, the white man wants this, this, and this. But you know what? You have imprisoned me physically and mentally so long that I refuse to. Even though it's good for me, even though deep down I do understand it, but I refuse because jury nullification, or is it just an idea of a society nullification? I don't know. Um, we'll see. But what do you think? Why do we consider so many things taboo? Hmm, we'll see. Thank you. Have a good day, and take it easy.